Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
Joe Biggs here with Infowars.com. Now today we got word that the al-Asad air base in Iraq has been attacked by a group of ISIS insurgents. Now at the base they currently have anywhere from 300 to 320 U.S. Marines, devil dogs, holding their ground in that area. Now what that base is being used for right now is a training ground for the U.S. Marines to help get these Iraqi forces prepared, armed, and trained to fight the ISIS insurgents who have now closed in and taken over 90% of the al-Baghdadi city, which is northwest of Baghdad. So you have Baghdad, Fallujah, Ramadi, then you make a right up the Euphrates on the road and you'll see al-Baghdadi. But the thing is though, it's about 20-25 miles from al-Baghdadi down to the al-Asad air base. So that's a straight shot, a straight road. I just checked the map. I'm going to put up the picture here in a second so you can see where that is. But here are some of the headlines about what's going on today. This is from the Examiner. U.S. Marines in danger in Iraq as ISIS seizes town of al-Baghdadi. Well, this is the thing. I don't really fear for the Marines. I know these guys. My dad was one, my brother, my best friend. These guys know what they're doing. Trained to fight, and they will not back down. The thing is, though, is the president is looking for a war. He wants another 3-year contract. He wants to send a limited amount of troops into Iraq. Now, if something like this happens, a bad thing like this happens, and these guys, God forbid, something happens to this base and it gets taken over, that's going to spark fear in a lot of Americans, and they're going to be up in arms and ready, and everyone's going to be screaming war and thirsty for blood, and then they're going to get the go-ahead, and Congress is going to go, yeah, let's do this, and they're going to go and send all these troops in, and we're going to be stuck in another war yet again. Hopefully, the right thing will be done, and they'll send in like an AC-130 Spectre gunship, and they'll bomb the hell out of that area and take ISIS out, and we can be done with this, and we can go back to our normal, everyday lives. But I don't see that happening with the corrupt government that we have. Another Fox News headline is failed ISIS raid tests U.S. forces in Iraq. Now this is the thing. When I was over there, these kind of guys, they like to send out what we call probes. They probe, they attack you, with small arms fire, suicide bombers around your perimeter, and see how you react. They look at your TTPs, your tactics, what you do when you react to an attack at your base, and they take notes of that, and they go back and they make another plan to see if they found any weaknesses and how you reacted. So hopefully these guys are on point, which I'm sure they are, because like I said, the U.S. Marines are badass. So I'm sure they're going to be on their game, and ISIS right now scratching their head, and now Baghdadi going, maybe this was the wrong mistake. I shouldn't have messed with the devil dogs. Here's another headline in Daily Mail. ISIS fighters wearing Iraqi uniforms attack Iraqi base. Like I said, they were using suicide bombers as well. So this is what's going on right now. It's an ongoing story. So everyone keep their prayers for these Marines out there and the Iraqi forces who are going to be fighting. Like I said, this is a probe, which means there'll probably more attacks to come. Let's just hope that our government for once will do the right thing and give these guys the air assets they need. But we do know that lower flying altitude type aircraft like Kiowas, Apaches, smaller planes aren't going to be able to go in that area, because we know ISIS has the capabilities to shoot with missiles and take down planes, just like what happened with the Jordanian pilot. So hopefully, like I said, they send in something like a Warthog or an AC-130 Spectre gunship and just wipe these guys off the map. Stay tuned for more reports. I'm Joe Biggs with Infowars.com.
So we have even right there.
What's his name?
Transmission from FEMA Region 6 in occupied North America.
There is a war. It's happening now. It will decide the fate of humanity. The time to choose sides has come. We are the resistance. We are the Infowar.